G'day record people, record collectors or vinyl buyers. I'm back again for yet another video. I think I say that every time. It is now middle of December 2022. Wow. Where the hell did that year go? Hey? Where did it go? Just vanished. Just like that. You know. So slow down a wee bit. Things have slowed down a wee bit, I guess. I've discovered that when I stop buying records, all this money starts accumulating in my bank account. It looks quite interesting. I might try that a bit more. Yeah. Anyway, okay. This is playing at the moment. It's called Top Gear by Steph Animal. I think it's a she. And I think she is out of Dunedin. This is actually out on Fish Rider Records. Been a wee while since I bought anything from Fish Rider. They've been a little bit quiet. They did some overseas releases. Also in conjunction with, well, it doesn't actually say on here, maybe this one's not, is it Oscillation Records or something out of the UK? Anyway, this is a bunch of instrumental tracks realised on what I believe is to be ancient keyboard instruments, such as a Casio CA100 or an Acorn BBC Micro, a Yamaha VS200, a Roland MT32, an Atari 2600, etc, etc. I'm figuring that's all pretty antique. Yeah, cool wee record, really enjoying it. It's most impressive. It's been up for a wee while. So another brand new New Zealand release, and I'm pretty sure I went through my videos and I haven't shown this yet. I've had this for a wee bit of time now. This is Pieces of Molly. This is I believe is a debut record from this band who are here in my hometown of Christchurch. I didn't quite get, they actually had a gig supporting the release of this record. I didn't get to go to it. It's out on this really cool red splattered vinyl, as you can see. That's quite pretty cool. Self-released, I'm guessing. Really good hard rock. Yeah, really good hard rock. This is, and it hasn't lost its potency. I've had it for a wee while and I've played it a few times, and it's still getting better actually. So yeah, really strong album. Actually quite impressed with that. Yeah, so you know, sort of hard rock. I think sort of like the Cult, and I can't think of any other hard rock bands. I mean, I have a few, and then slightly also, but in the hard rock veins, but more in the garage rock, is the D4. This is a reissue of their 621 LP, which I think was their debut. They were around in the early 2000s, so they were part of that garage revival scene, which we had bands like the Hives, is it, and the Vines, and then of course you had from New Zealand. Shit, what was the name of the band? Datsuns, the Datsuns. Yeah, I think the D4 were better than the Datsuns. Partly the reason being is that I didn't really like the singer of the Datsuns that much. He was a bit of a screamer. I don't think he was that great. Yeah, these guys put out 2 LPs. I think they were just recently touring in support of this. I didn't get to see that either. I really have been a bit slack on gigs lately. Just the price of gas and getting into town, man, you know, it is a bit prohibitive. 2 LPs they put out. I did see them live back at the university in the early 2000s. They were a really kick-ass live band. So this is out on Warner Music. Yeah, so this, I've forgotten how really good this was, and it's just on normal black vinyl. Unfortunately, Warner Music, their reissues, they're really fucking pricey for local bands. I mean, most local bands you can pick up records for $40 to $50, you know, brand new. These are charging $70 frickin' dollars. So, but still pleased to have that. And then what else have we got? I finally got around to picking this one up. It was on sale, perhaps, I think. I bought it with a couple of other records. So Glass Vaults sounds that sound like music. This was their, well, I think it's their third record, or certainly the third one of theirs I've got. I kind of wasn't like taken with it at first, and I didn't really get around to buying it, and then I think I picked it up for like $30 on sale. So I thought I'll grab a copy. And yeah, actually, now that I've heard it a couple of times, it's not too bad. I like the earlier stuff. They're pretty cool band. This is on the yellow vinyl, and I was going to say, is this a Flying Nun record? But it's not, is it? Maybe it's self-released. No, it's not Flying Nun. Yeah, so I have been enjoying that, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, and I think that wraps up my New Zealand stuff for now, because I've actually been picking up a whole bunch of overseas stuff. Now, I'll go through, I've got two recent overseas ones, so, and I haven't got the latest one of this, but Neil Young, of course. Gee, another live Neil Young record, fancy that. And, you know, I just can't help myself when I have to buy them. This is a, is it three-sided job? Live in 2019, with Promises of the Real. This is bloody good. Yeah, no, not hi-fi fidelity-wise, really. One of the, probably their lesser recordings that Neil's put out recently, perhaps, apart from the bootleg stuff. But great selection of songs right across his career, from way back to from Mr. Soul and Helpless, right through to Fucking Up, Rockin' in the Free World. So yeah, that sort of first 25 plus years of his career. Great set, and I hear that the new album is of original material. Is it with Crazy Horse? Is pretty damn good, so I've been told. And then surprisingly picked this up on sale. That's right, that's when I bought this. I was with that Glass Vaults record. That and this and another record I'm about to show you, I picked up so that I could get free postage. Anyway, but I picked this up for $30. So Jack White, Fear of the Dawn. So I really liked the White Stripes. I really enjoyed the Raconteurs. I have three of their albums. The three of them, two on CD and then the last one on vinyl. And I liked Jack White's first two solo LPs, Blunderbuss and whatever that other one was called. But I wasn't that keen on the third solo record. It really didn't do anything for me. I didn't end up buying it, and I think there's another one coming out and then this one. So, but no, this is good. I'm enjoying this. So yeah, good to see that Jack is back on track. Ha ha ha. Anyway, right. So when I purchased this Jack White album and the Glass Vaults one, I was actually after the only freaking copy of this that I could find anywhere in New Zealand. Was the new King Buffalo record. Now, I'd been seeing their records on the Facebook, one of the Facebook groups that I frequent quite regularly, and a lot of the guys on there have been posting this stuff for quite a few years, and to be honest, it really does not turn up in the shops much here at all. Certainly none at my local. And I went online, had a look around, and I finally found a copy out of Vinyl Countdown, and that was when I bought this. I grabbed those other two records. I am really enjoying this. This is the white vinyl version. Most impressive LP, and I'd had listened on when had Tidal. I'd listened to the previous album to this, and I quite enjoyed it. And So, out of curiosity, I actually got on the King Buffalo website and had a look, and they still had limited edition coloured vinyl copies of, some of them are reissues though, of most of their LPs and EPs, or certainly all the major ones. So I splurged out. I wish I hadn't because it emptied my wallet, but I did splurge out and I did the maths, and even though the postage was quite dear, I landed 6 records here for roughly about $65 each, which is actually less than I would have probably paid for them in the shops. I don't remember what I paid for this, probably nearly $70. That's what you're paying for international releases in New Zealand on vinyl. The $60, $70, you know. Sometimes you can get them cheaper, and sometimes of course you can get them on sale when they don't buy them and they're trying to get rid of them. So I got a whole bunch of King Buffalo records. And so let's quickly go through them all. I'm not 100% sure of the order, but I do believe this may be their debut. Yeah, was this their first album? Orion. I'll tell you, I've had these records for about a week. I have played them all through. Now you might not be able to see that too clearly, although yeah, the light shining through the back of it. As you can see, that is kind of a dark, splattery colour. So these are all pretty much coloured vinyl. So on looking on Discogs, it wasn't that easy to find what versions I had because they put out 4 or 5 different coloured versions of each of these records. And some of the pictures didn't quite look what I was saying, but then someone said, oh, you hold that one up to the light and you can see it a bit better. So anyway, I'm pretty sure that there's their first record. This is their first record. I'm really, really, really enjoying all of their records. I mean, someone said, oh, you know, I think they're getting a bit samey, you know, but no, I don't. I think I like their music enough that even if it is a little bit the samey across all the records, it really is pretty cool. There's some nice playing on them. This was their second, Longing to Be the Mountain, I believe, King Buffalo's second LP. On what coloured vinyl have we got? Oh, this was, I think this is a reissue. On that sort of splattery, dark black and green. Pretty cool. You know, some of the other limited edition coloured releases of these albums actually start to sell for reasonably big money. I believe most of these albums or all these records are our self-release. They're not signed to any label or anything like that. Sometimes I don't want to go back in the parcel. So I'm not sure on them. This one I believe, well, on Discogs I'm pretty sure this one is listed as an EP. I don't know why. So what is it? Dead Star? Because it's got an 18-minute track on one side and then it's got about 5 tracks on the other side. So all up there's about 40 minutes of music. I don't call that an EP, I call that an LP. So I don't know why it's listed, and it plays at 33, and it's on the black and blue vinyl like so. So yeah, I've been given these, you know, a good deal of playing, and I am really enjoying them. That is a very short record, that one, on that side. So that was Dark Star, and I got a couple more to go. So I'm not boring you. So then this one here is more of an EP. This is actually a single-sided, still played on 33 RPM. Still about 20 odd minutes of music on that side. What's this one called? Repeater. Yeah, Repeater. So this is 2017, and this is on this kind of really cool vinyl. This is a single-sided job, so the patterns you see are etched onto that side, and I guess you can actually see them through that slightly transparent vinyl onto this side, and it's kind of a beigey colour. That's pretty cool. So yeah, and like I say, these guys are doing that with most of their records. All their records are all kind of several different limited variations of the albums. But I mean, limited to like something like 1,500 copies, I believe. So they still obviously getting a few records. Not like you would never put 1,500 records copies out in New Zealand because you'd never sell that many for our locals. This was the one I'd listened to on Tidal. Acheron. That's a cool cover. And the last track, Cerebus, man, that is a blinder. That was the one that really put me onto them. I think the latest album's probably even better. But this is pretty damn good. But that last track, Cerebus, is fucking great. Excellent. Oh, did I show the coloured vinyl variation on this one? Oh, well, look at that. It sort of matches the cover, doesn't it? So that's kind of a purple, splotchy, purple marbly type thingy majiggy. So that's pretty damn cool. And one more to go. Next week's my birthday. I am expecting some records, although we just got a message that one of the records my wife ordered for me is not available, or won't be available till next year, so we're going to have to do something about that. Not a lot though, to be honest, but I do have one record off Bandcamp which was supposed to have been sent out late last month, and there's been no news of it or anything from the people, but I know some musicians can be really slack on that, and because it's directly from the musicians on the thing. So I'm still waiting on that one, and one that I just ordered the other day. King Buffalo's The Burden of Restlessness. So this was about the middle. This is the middle record between the first two I showed you and the last two I've shown you. Not the EPs, of course. So yeah, damn good record as well. I mean, they are all just good. So I am now a confirmed King Buffalo aficionado, and this one is just on a plain blue vinyl, not a splattered or anything like that. So yeah, that's me for that's been the last couple of months or 6 weeks, I suppose, since I last made a video. And that, so yeah, because I had a trip into town to Penny Lane, I bought a bunch of stuff in there, but things are slowing down, and like I say, I'm not expecting a lot for Christmas. And well, I'm expecting some non-vinyl stuff actually from Auntie Santa. So yeah, all right. Oh, that's me for another video. Hope you're all well. Have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and sometime we'll see you again sometime in 2023, although you won't get to see this video until well into 2023 because I've still got at least a dozen videos in backlog that I haven't put out onto YouTube yet, so I'm a bit slack. Cheers, see ya.